Information Station presents the GSV High School Sports Show. Now, here are your hosts, John Huff and Brody Herman.
Welcome to this very cold Friday morning here in St. Louis, Missouri. The snowpocalypse is about to be upon us for the weekend, so we're all going to try to bundle up and get as much as we can and just huddle out in our housing and apartments. But we do have some pretty good basketball games tonight, and we're going to recap some of the better ones this past week. I want to get into this right away because this is one of the games of the year. This Wednesday night, St. Mary's defeated Clayton 103-101 in double overtime. One of the games of the year because really good other good games. But Brody, once you heard that score, you saw that. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts on that is that both teams fought very hard, but the St. Mary's Dragons came out on top in just a triumphant manner. I couldn't really believe it, but both teams just fought incredibly hard. And, I was very excited to see it. I actually watched this game because it was live streamed on Brian Turner's YouTube channel. So he's got that YouTube channel is growing. Gary Johnson led the charge with 32 points. Ronell Johnson, 13 points. Xavier Clark, 18 points. Shion Hobson, a freshman. I've been very high on him coming from the Bradley Beal Elite program in the Nike YBL, has 14 points to contribute as well. Sebastian Bolden went off for Clayton, and they put up a hard fight, but the Dragons came out on top here.
We got to shout out Sebastian Bolden, just a junior at Clayton who already has over 1,000 points, and he scored a career high once in one game. Absolutely incredible there. And I'm pretty sure this is, I think he's already had a few games this season where he scored over 30. I think he might even had a few 40 burger games too, like even going back to last year. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure, obviously that's his career high in a game right there. So it was pretty awesome to see that. Just two teams going at two good teams too, two class 4 ranked teams, Clayton number 8, St. Mary's number 4. Unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate for Clayton. It's like they're now on a 3-game losing streak. But then when you look who they've played Westminster. They lost to them by 14. They lost we can also talk about this, a heartbreaker to Vianney last Friday. And then I guess a heartbreaker against St. Mary's too. Although I don't think this one is a little sad as the Vianney game too, because that was a game where they had a 2-point lead with 15 seconds to go and then lost, allowed 4 points in those final 15 seconds right there. But they've had a tough slate right here, but still 11-6. Now like a battle tested team, really, the Greyhounds are. And then we also had another overtime game on Tuesday, and that was Ladue taking out Parkway West 74-73. We had another kind of outstanding performer in this game. That was Will Becker, also a junior. He scored 36 points. That's a career high for him. And that also was I saw a tweet, a Ladue basketball account tweeted, it was the most points a Ladue player has scored in 10 years since Mark Rogers scored 39 points against DeSmet a decade ago. So that's a lot of points right there in one game. And the Rams, kind of similar to how Vianney beat Clayton. They were down by 2 points, and then they got back-to-back steals, and they were able to get a very late lead in overtime to hold off Parkway West right there. So that was a pretty fun game there. That same night, Principia, we had a huge game between Principia and MICDS, and this one was, I think, nobody is surprised that Principia won that game. Ultimately, they actually had, I think they led as 19 in that game, and they had a 17-point lead early in the fourth quarter. But MICDS got as close to within 6 points very late in the game. The Rams they have a very good full court press whenever they want to use it. They don't use the whole game, obviously, because they don't have a ton of depth, and you don't want to, burn your guys out. But they got some steals, and they made Principia look human a little bit.
Yes, they did. 69-61. By the way, the Principia Panthers defeated MICDS. They had 4 4 double-digit scores. Jason Stokes, Keyshawn Mims, Tyler Ray, and Brandon Clemens.
That's their big four.
And that is their big four. Ray's a junior. All three of them are seniors. Quentin Coleman committed to Wake Forest. He led Principia with 19 points. Wyatt Slay had a nice game at 13 points. Sekou Cease 12 points. And Kingston Money 8 points. Gassim Torre at 6 points. Principia comes out on top here, but it was by less than 10 points. And for a team that is one of the top-ranked teams in the nation across all major platforms, this I would consider to be I don't want to use the term moral victory, but it's kind of a moral victory for the MICDS Rams to keep this game within reason. And you're right, John, to make them look human. MICDS goes to be 11-3, and the Principia Panthers, are 15-2 on the season. Sekou Cease also notably 10 rebounds. He was excellent rebounding the ball. So was Tyler Ray at 7 rebounds. So a lot of good quality team basketball here between these two teams, but ultimately Principia comes out on top in this one.
And also just nearby here, our studios in Kirkwood, Vianney, for the second time this season, took down DeSmet 61-55. Much closer game this time. Vianney previously beat DeSmet by 18 in the Coaches versus Cancer Shootout Championship game. Ben Karsten, 7 for 7 from beyond the arc.
Yep.
Absolutely a great performance from him. And the Griffins are the only team to still have beaten DeSmet, handed them both of their losses.
Yep.
DeSmet's still in pretty good shape. They are, I believe they're 15-2 now. I think they won after that. And yeah, they're still in really good shape, but it's just going to make life for a certain guy who does rankings here pretty hard. It's like Chaminade beat Vianney, but then Vianney beat DeSmet twice, and DeSmet beat Chaminade. So how does that all work out? I'm still not quite sure, but that's a problem. That's a problem for me in a few days.
Yeah,
So
I had my doubts about Vianney, John. I had DeSmet winning this game by 10, and I was wrong. Vianney won at Vianney 61-55, and due to the fact Ian Thomas, the Indiana State commit, struggled by only scoring 6 points. They were led by Jordan Boyd, Northern Iowa commit, at 22 points, and Junior Will Follick, one of the more underrated juniors in the area, at 17 points. But besides those two, Ian Thomas had 6 points. Indiana State commit, he struggled, and a lot of the other guys on the team struggled too. Nick Harper only had a point. Braden Butler only with 3. August Wims and Bobby Dolan each also had 3. So they struggled to find their spark offensively here. And of course, Ben Carson, you're right, 7 out of 7 from the arc. And Chase Duke contributing with 18 points. And Mamadou DeJean-Berry, how do you like this? 8 points. He's ticking up slightly in small doses offensively, really helping Vianney beat DeSmet here, getting over the top. Brock Long with 7 points. Omar Long with 3 points. This was a very, very solid performance by Vianney. Big win here at home. Mamadou DeJean-Berry also 10 rebounds. So very good on the rebounding side. They out-rebounded DeSmet Vianney 28 rebounds to 17 rebounds. So I think out-rebounding DeSmet and really having that home crowd energy, that adrenaline in Vianney, which they haven't had in such a long time, is also what helped them propel them over DeSmet here, and handing DeSmet their only 2 losses of the year as they go 14-2. Vianney remains 16-1, John.
They are, and now we got a 3-way tie in the MCC. I said Vianney. They previously beat DeSmet, but that was in a tournament game, right. So this was official MCC play, so now we got a very intriguing 3-way tie in the Metro Catholic Conference, and then I think a few days ago, Chaminade, yes, they beat CBC 82-66. Nothing surprising there. Really. No. All right, so we got some trivia. I got some trivia for you, Brody.
Okay.
We are going to talk about, and this was inspired by the Indiana Hoosiers winning the national championship, since they are one of the handful of programs now in college football and in NCAA sports to have won a national championship in both football and basketball. So now, what I wanted to, we're going to find out. I want you to find out how many St. Louis schools have won state championships in football and basketball.
Okay.
And I can tell you right now, I have the answers. I want you to break this down.
Okay.
There are 14 schools.
Okay.
Let's start with the most obvious one in your opinion.
Okay, the most obvious one is CBC, the one that I'm wearing right now. And Absolutely. They did it in the same year, by the way, as well.
2014.
Yeah, same calendar year, same school year as well, 2021, 2022.
That as well, yes. That's correct. So we got one off the board right there.
I know DeSmet has done it.
A good amount of private schools.
Yeah, on it. Know that one.
They have DeSmet. By the way, CBC had 5 state championships in football, 7 in basketball.
Yep.
DeSmet, 2 state championships in football, all very recently, and then 6 state titles. Also, their last one was very recent as well in 2024. Yes. So you got 2 right there.
I'm gonna go Okay. Cardinal Ritter has done it.
Yes, they have, and they did it in the same calendar year back in 2023, where they won state in football, and then they also won state in basketball that year too.
Right.
Yeah.
And are we doing Illinois schools too, or Illinois schools on the list?
Yes, they. So now there you go.
Okay.
Now we got. I was only doing Missouri right here, but yeah, we actually have. Now that I know for sure, there are 2 in Illinois. Do you want to knock those out real quick?
Yeah, I'll just knock them out right now. East St. Louis, I believe, and Althoff.
Correct. Yeah, East St. Louis. By the way, a lot of people don't know this. East St. Louis Senior High School, their only state championship in basketball was in 2019.
Yeah, Terrence Hargrove was there.
Led by Terrence Hargrove, and then of course they've won 11 state championships in football right there. So yeah, they got one for basketball. Very well could have had another this year, by the way. Yes, and then Althoff, they got they won state when they had Jordan Goodwin. I think they only won it one time with him, but they were close to getting back a few times there, and then they have 4 state championships in football too.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
So how many more do we have left?
We got 5 out of the way right there.
All right.
And so now I believe we have 11 left.
Okay. We have 11 left. Let me see here. SLU done it?
SLU done it. Yes.
Okay.
1 state title back in 1971 for football, and then have 4 state basketball championships.
Very good
for them. Yes.
Very good then. I do not believe Vianney has done it. Vianney is not.
No,
I don't think Chaminade has ever won a state title in football.
They have not won a state title in football.
No to those.
They came close into 2015, and then also they were pretty close in 2021 too.
My CDS, I don't think has done it. Did they?
I don't know.
I don't believe so. I don't believe they've done it unless I'm wrong.
You're wrong. They actually have done it.
Really?
Yes. I wanted you to figure that out. Yes, they have won.
When did they win it? When did they win it in basketball?
2002.
Oh wow! So when Maurer was there, okay.
Don Maurer was there. Yes, there's a reason why he's a legend there.
Yeah, I figured.
Mm-hmm.
But and then football, they were runner up a bunch, but then they won it. Holtman brought them one, didn't he? Back in 2004, maybe?
He brought them more than one. He's actually brought them all of their state championships.
He's brought them all their state
6
championships.
of them.
Oh, they won 6 of them.
Yes.
That's right.
Most recent as of 2004.
Okay.
So ever since Ron Holtman has not been the coach, they have not won state in football.
I didn't know the Rams had that many championships. I thought they only.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Wow.
I believe they currently have 2 as as MICDS, but they won
as Country Day.
Yes, but they won 4 as Country Day, and they've won 2 as MICDS. Marion.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Okay,
We're almost halfway there.
Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah.
I'll
give you a hint for one.
Okay.
PHL.
Oh, wait a minute. No, Sumner.
Yes.
Sumner.
Yeah, that's a good one. 4 state championships in football.
They had that 1969 basketball team that was just unbelievable with David Brent and Marshall Rogers. My goodness.
Yeah, that was that time, like from 69 through the 70s, that was the place to be.
McClure North has done it, correct?
Not McClure North.
What?
No.
They did not have.
They've never won state in football.
I know they've been there. They've come close, but they've never won the.
Never have. No, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anytime soon they're going to win one too.
No. I don't think Hazelwood Central, Hazelwood East ever won it. I know they have for football, but for basketball,
I really thought when I first compiled this list, I thought I even wrote in Hazelwood Central because of but no, they've never won state.
They've never done it.
They have 4 state championships in football, but I could not believe that they've never won in basketball. I would have thought they had. No.
Rockers has done it.
Well, this is for St. Louis.
Oh, it's only St. Louis.
And yes, Rockers has done it, by the way.
Okay, Rockers has done it. Okay,
yeah,
so
we're talking only St. Louis.
Talking only St. Louis.
We would be here all day.
All right, that's fair. All right. Has Francis Howell ever done it?
Nope, they do have that one state title in football, but they have never won in
basketball. Never
done
it in basketball.
They came close in 2019. They arguably were. I mean, they almost. I think they were eliminated by CBC in the semifinals.
Yeah, you're right.
And CBC lost in the championship game.
Okay, Luther North.
Yes, they are. Lutheran 7 state titles in football and just 2 in basketball. Both in 2022. sorry, in 2002 and 2005.
Yeah, the Dragons have gotten
Reeder was their
close,
head
but
coach.
not have done it correctly.
St. Mary's
Yeah.
is not one. Yes, they came very close in 2019. Again, 2019 was a recurring theme, seems like, right here. Yes, they lost to Grandview in the state championship.
And John
game.
Burroughs has not done it.
John Burroughs is there.
Whoa, when did he win in basketball? In like the 50s?
Yes, you're right, actually. 1953.
Yeah, 1953. Yeah. Okay, so they did win it.
Yes, 8 state championships in football.
Okay.
And then my dad was born in the 50s. You probably would not appreciate me saying that.
No, but yeah, okay. So
Have to go all
Burroughs
the way
is up
back
there.
then.
So we've got Burroughs, Luther North,
Eisenhower was
MICDS, Cardinal Ritter, Sumter. So how many more do we have left, John?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left.
We have 5 left. Any Parkway schools have done it? I'm trying to think.
No Parkway
schools have done it.
In fact, no Parkway schools ever won state in football.
That's true.
And I don't know if they've ever won, if any of them have won state in basketball.
Wow.
Maybe Parkway West when Scott Highmark was
Yeah,
there?
maybe when Highmark was there. I think
Okay.
so, actually. But what about any Rockwood schools are in the list?
No Rockwood schools.
No
either.
Rockwood schools I don't think are on the list
And
either.
also no Rockwood schools have ever won state in football.
Fair.
And I don't know if any of them have, no, and neither in basketball, shockingly.
St. Charles High School done it? I'm just curious.
They have done it.
They have done it. Okay.
Yes, I was even about to give you a hint, a GAC school, but yeah.
Okay.
They won state title in football in 1982. And then
Basketball
they
is
won.
like 1957 in basketball?
Yes, and they beat North Kansas City because they have like the old shot clock or timekeeper
Yeah, they
there when you
had
walk
Frank
in.
Williams on that team, but yeah.
Not the Illinois player from 20 years ago, but yes. And then in 2015 when they won, they had that huge comeback win.
Right.
All right, so we got 4 more.
Okay.
And if we got we have 3 public schools and 1 private school left.
Okay. Private school wise, is Westminster ever done? I don't believe so. No.
They have not. They have never won in basketball or football. Yeah. Could
One
change
more
this year though.
private school, is Priory ever pull off? I don't even think they've never done it basketball.
No, they've not. I'll give you a year though when they won it in both years. Calendar year 1993. This school won in the calendar year of 1993. They won a state championship in football and basketball.
Melville?
No.
Was this South County? Is it Oakville?
No.
No, it's not. It's not Afton. It's not Bayless.
Not the Cougars. Not the Broncos.
Not Bayless. So now we got to go up north.
Yeah.
Jennings? Did
No.
Jennings do it? No.
No. Geographically, you're kind of you're getting warmer though.
Oh, good. Okay. So McClure, South Berkeley?
No.
So we got the Hazelwood West?
No. They've never won. I don't know if they've ever won a state championship in anything.
I don't think so. We're getting in there. Riverview Gardens. Riverview
Correct.
Gardens has to be in that region.
90s was a great year for them. I believe they won football under Darren Suckett in
That's
1998, and then
That's
they won
right.
basketball in
Damian
1992.
Nash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has Normandy ever done it?
No.
Okay.
They have not.
Okay.
One school I'm surprised that you have not gotten.
One school I'm surprised I've not gotten. Okay.
Especially for all they've won. This school has won, it might give you away, but this school has won state championships, at least 4 state championships in both basketball and football.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. In both basketball and football, they've won 4 apiece?
Yes, they have.
Wow. Is it a public or private?
Public school.
Public school.
Yes.
Oh yes. Okay.
Ryan is shocked right now. I
Is
can't
it in
believe
Is it in St. Charles?
it's not in St. Charles.
It's not in St. Charles.
No.
Oh gosh, wait a minute. It's either Kirkwood or Webster Groves. It's gotta be Webster. It's gotta be Webster.
The Statesman is the correct answer.
Okay.
I can't believe it took you that long.
No, I don't either. It didn't occur to me until because I'm so used to Webster Groves football not being great, and then I realized, oh wait a minute, 2009, 2010.
I didn't want to give you also because Webster just won state in basketball. I didn't want to give it that to you. That would have been too easy. I'm trying to make this hard.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We still have 2 teams left:
Okay.
a private school and a public school.
Private school, is it? So it's not. Is it Duchesne's?
Barking up the right tree.
Okay. So we're going to St. Charles then. It's not Duchesne. It's not St.
It's not
Dom.
in St. Charles.
It's not in St. Charles,
Nope.
but we're barking up the right tree when it comes
A little
to
south. A little south.
Trinity Catholic? No, that's closed now.
Trinity's not even south of St. Charles.
St. Francis Borgia.
Yes.
Borgia.
I said 1990 year was a huge year for them.
Right.
That was when just got inducted to the Mizzou Hall of Fame for football. Brock Olivo.
Yeah, Brock Olivo. Yep.
We got one more.
One more. It's public.
You've said their name before, but you didn't say it in the correct title. You have name dropped the name of this school in the time we have done this list, but you just didn't say it in the correct way.
Is it? Wait. So it's not. Okay, McClure's Berkeley?
Nope, you already said McClure Berkeley. McClure South Berkeley.
Okay. I didn't say it in the right title, meaning
Yeah.
that is it change names?
No,
Oh.
maybe just eliminate a few names in that title. Red and blue.
Norman? No. McClure?
Yes.
McClure.
There you go. You said McClure North, McClure South Berkeley, but you just but never just simply McClure. Yes,
Wow.
2 state championships in football. They actually, the first team in 2 years, they won in 68 and 69. They won state in football, and then I think they won twice in the 70s for basketball. So there you have it. That is 16 teams in our area that have won state in basketball and football.
Wow.
Well done, Brody.
Well done. Well
Yes.
done. All right, we got there eventually. And of course, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about what programs in the St. Louis area's turnarounds have been similar to Indiana's. And of course, we have some upcoming, I don't know if we're going to have any upcoming basketball tournament games this weekend, but we're going to have some upcoming basketball games to talk about as well. Don't touch that dial. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Gateway Sports Venue High School Sports Show right here.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website,
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news. I'm Jared Sorello. Road crews are already out in St. Louis ahead of the winter storm this weekend. Streets Division Director James Jackson says the department has put down 13,000 gallons of pre-treatment on primary and secondary roads across the city. Mayor Kara Spencer said a primary concern is keeping major roadways safe and passable for as long as possible. The city of St. Louis is expanding shelter space ahead of the severe winter weather this weekend. The Department of Human Services says it is activating its highest level of Code Blue protocols, making 400 additional beds available. The mayor of Riverview's request for a reduced bond is denied. Officials said a St. Louis County judge rejected Mayor Mike Cornell Jr.'s bond reduction request on Thursday. Cornell was charged last week with 9 felonies, including statutory sodomy and possession of child pornography. His bond remains at $1 million, cash only. We're streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com. I'm Jared Sorello.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Winter storm watch in effect for Friday night through Saturday night. 4 to 6 inches of snowfall expected. In the meantime, partly sunny today. We're in the upper 30s. Low teens, breezy and cloudy overnight, and then cloudy and 10 for the high on Friday. It looks like the heavy snow will roll in Saturday into Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
This message is presented on behalf of Delmar Mortgage. When it comes to buying or refinancing a home, everyone's situation is different, and having the right information can save you real money. Delmar Mortgage helps you compare options side by side, understand the cost of waiting, and see when refinancing may actually make sense for you. Get your no-obligation quick quote at SavingTheLou.com.
Individuals may have been compensated for this message. For licensing information, visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Delmar Mortgage, NMLS ID number 30998. Delmar Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Hockey parents, be honest. Are your tournaments this season feeling a little unpredictable? You've planned the weekend, booked the hotel, hauled the gear. You deserve a tournament provider that's as organized as you are. And that's where Big Bear Tournaments comes in. No guessing games, no mystery matchups. We proudly list every registered team right on the website. You always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Now back to more of the GSV High School Sports Show on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and on the free Lou Info app.
All right, we're back for our second segment. This always goes by fast, so
yes, it does.
We're going to talk about we're workshopping this
right
here.
Oh, absolutely. We're still right here in studio, folks.
Any Indiana football just rise to prominence comps that have happened in our area.
Oh, I've got two of them right in my head right now.
Okay, and we're going to debate this too.
Okay.
If I feel like if you're wrong, I'm going to press you on this. Go ahead.
No, first one, it's easy for me. That's DeSmet football. We look at where it was like with Pat Mahoney when he was there, and then when Steeples took it over, they went from being at the bottom of the MCC to winning a state championship in less than 5 years.
But here's the thing. I don't know. So this is where it's going to be a little difficult because, so here's the thing with Indiana. They were never good, ever. DeSmet was good. They had a good history, a decent history, but they had never won state, by the way, until 2019.
Right.
And they were really good in the 2000s for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they had that sharp decline, like after 2011, really.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think there's some comparables right there. And yeah, I think, now that I think about it, it's not so bad.
No.
But, they had a decent amount of pretty good success before, but they just were never able to win state.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, that's not so bad.
No, that's in football. And then for my basketball pick, I went with Principia and Jay Blossom. He is their Kurt Signetti.
He already was a Kurt Signetti. Yeah. And then it's a little different in high school. It's like, this guy who won numerous state titles at Webster Groves and he was retired. Do you want to get him out of retirement? And he said, okay, sure. And now they've fairly quickly, really. I mean, in over 5 years or so, how long he's been there, they have elevated themselves. And I think they got one state championship, right?
Yes.
And now, they should win two at this rate. But I think Principia kind of inspired me to bring this up a little bit because
Right.
they are a little bit.
Do you
like
know
Indiana.
before he got there, they were 3-19 before he got there, and as
Yeah.
soon
Well,
as
they
he got
never
there-
won state and thought about them. As,
no,
no,
not in a million years.
yeah.
Think
you
about
never-
this. Now their head baseball coach is David Wiggins, who also came over from Webster Groves, and their head football coach is Matty Mock.
Yeah, and who's working it out there, the football program there, but we're talking about them.
Yeah, we're talking about
never used to-
Principia. We
never
weren't
used to-
talking about them before.
We never talk about, especially Principia football. There was really just not much to talk about, but yeah, but now they've got a aired out offense right there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of some other names. Yeah, there's obviously not a ton. I'm trying to think, like even in just years past, of like some teams who just came out of nowhere.
It just came out of nowhere.
I know Parkway Central a few years ago in football, they won districts where that was just
They got to the Final Four in 2017. They had just gotten to a state title game in 2013.
And well, but at that point we knew like they were pretty established.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But then in 2022, where they just like nobody expected them to be that good, and then they win their district championship, beat Vashon.
What about the Dragons in football, though? St. Mary's when Ken Turner was there, because they hadn't really been relevant at all.
Well,
until
no, they
Coleman
were
got
already. It was Bethany who turned it around.
there. No, I'm sorry. I mean Corey Bethany. Gosh, I fumbled that one.
Yeah.
Corey was under Scott Pingle learning tree, but yes.
Yeah, it got there in 2015, and then even like just within 2 years, they were a lot more respected. Just
Right.
within year 2, I remember. Then it was unfortunate for them because they were just like in a really, really tough district.
Yeah, they were.
It was like because they were in the same district with Ladue and MICDS when Ladue was really, really dominant during that that 4-year reign. And then they were in 2019 when Kevin Coleman was a sophomore. Yeah, they were able to avoid that district and got to the Final Four. And from 2019 on to 2022. Yeah, they were really dominant for those 4 years. And actually this coming season, they returned like 19 starters and off a Final Four team. So they're going to be one of the favorites in Class 4 this coming season because of all the returning guys, including Kingston running backs in the state.
Of course, he's great. Junior, he's going to be back there. I mean, I'll say this, going back to the 90s, when Bob McCormick first got to CBC in 97, they hadn't been relevant in a long time. Now, to be fair, they have used in this first. They hadn't won a state title since like 1963.
Okay.
It had been like over 30 years. They were not pretty much anything in basketball for a long time. A lot of coaching changes happened in that interval of time. They had like 3 different head coaches after DC Wilcutt. And then when McCormick had gotten that team in 97, he won it in his first year. But to be fair, he had Larry Hughes that he inherited it.
And to be fair, CBC had already won, I think, like 4 state titles before that. So they had a
They had a history, but it had been a long time.
Yeah,
John,
with
a long
DC
time.
Wilcutt, they had a really good history before that. All right, what else is there? But those are some brand names right there. I mean, they're brand names now, but yeah, at the time they weren't totally
Weren't
a
brand names.
Well, maybe again, CBC kind of was a brand name at that time in the 90s because they already had a history under Wilcutt.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. I guess Trinity Catholic.
Trinity Catholic would
I
be a
hate
good
that we're
answer.
bringing up these private schools, but Trinity Catholic.
Corey Patterson,
Yeah.
yeah, the movement.
He
I'll never
did.
forget that.
That's right, man.
Oh, yeah, he really made that program relevant. Had a lot of prominent recruits on that team and made them relevant.
Won state in 2018, took down a really good end. And yeah, they were, and that was it right there.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, he left. They still had him right after that year, but then they just slowly declined. And unfortunately, like I think within 3 years, they ceased to exist as a school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So they struck while the iron was hot.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to sound a little crazy right here because yes, these guys do have a history. This is a little just more of an underdog team,
Yeah.
but it was Webster Groves in 1988 for football.
Right.
They won state. And they had only lost at the time. I think they were the first team to have ever won state with like 3 losses.
Yeah.
Because they went I think 7-3 in the regular season, and they ended up like they won districts by the skin of their teeth. Ladue missed a field goal with like 10 seconds to go. Could have won that game, unfortunately.
Right.
And then crazy comeback win over Sumner. They were down 16-0 at halftime in the semifinals. Ended up winning the game in the last minute and ended up beating Center Kansas City to win state.
Yeah.
And so that was a pretty good run right there. But that was just like Webster already was established as a program even during that time.
I'll admit, when Potsu got to Whitfield, he made them a legitimate state championship contender for a while.
I know a lot about that team, those Whitfield teams, because my older brother actually played under Coach Potsu. And so, yeah, they won state in 2000, but then, in 2009, they had it wasn't that shocking because, like, I wasn't part of it, but I was, like, really close to the source material because my brother played. That was like a team that they had lost 12 games in the regular season, but they were by far the most battle tested team in Class 3.
Yeah.
And so they barely got out of their district, and then they played Bowling Green and Palmyra, who had really good records, but Whitfield was just so much about battle time too.
Sure.
They were better than those teams, and they won, and then they got all the way to the state championship, where they eventually lost to Maplewood in the state championship.
And I'll admit, Corey Frazier did a lot for Maplewood when he was there. He really turned them around also.
That was and Maplewood, like in 2008 and 2009, they won back-to-back state titles, and they've really not
done anything since. Brighton Hobbs and Brian Allen. Then ever since then, they've pretty much not done anything. But for a little flurry there, he had them rolling.
Sport athletes, I think that's come out.
Absolutely. Went to Minnesota for a cup of coffee, and then he ended up at Illinois State.
Yep.
And then he went to Dakota State and just played basketball. So he's had a little bit of a wild and turbulent run. But yes, he was one of the best multi-sport athletes to ever come out of our area, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely. So, all right. If you're still listening, if anybody has any suggestions for an Indiana comp in our area for either football or basketball, hit us up with that. All right. So let's move to some of the top games on Friday. Well, first of all, I was really excited to potentially cover the Quincy shootout because
that's going to be a week from today, right? And we're going to talk about it next week on the show.
No, it was supposed to be.
No, I know it's supposed to be this week, but I think they moved it to another week.
Well, it's canceled this week.
They canceled it this week, I believe. Are they moving it next week?
I think, from what I know, I think it's just canceled for the whole season, for the whole year now.
Because, it's just canceled for the whole year
because you have all these commitments, and I'm looking up right now. Well, not the news I wanted. This is the Quincy Shootout Twitter account. Well, not the news I want to break, but due to a combination of extreme cold, snow, and ice across the country, all Saturday games are canceled. While we are disappointed, we understand the safety. Thank you to our community for always being supportive. And there's not been an indication of rescheduling it. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's it.
So there will be no Quincy Shootout.
Well, I should say there will be Friday games, but not including any area. Actually, not correct. We have one Chaminade versus Columbia Hickman at 8:30 on Friday.
Where's that going to be?
It's going to be at Quincy Notre Dame High School.
Why there? Is there a shootout at Quincy Notre Dame?
They rotate. So at Quincy High School, there's going to be a girls game, QHS versus Principia, then QHS boys versus Rock Island from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And then at Quincy Notre Dame, there's them versus Lanark Eastland, and then at 8:30 right after that, Chaminade versus Hickman.
Yeah, well, Chaminade's probably going to win that game.
I think so too. Hickman's a decent team, but I got the Red Devils in that one.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and right after that, they're just gonna scamper on home before the snow.
They're gonna scamper on home. So they've canceled pretty much all the other games for tonight. CBC beyond.
Not tonight. Was that canceled?
No, I don't think that's canceled.
No. Nothing's canceled for tonight because the snow's not supposed to kick in until
Saturday. So we still got a lot of area games tonight. CBC versus Vianney is going to be at CBC at 6:30 p.m. I expect Vianney to win. Unfortunately, I'm not picking CBC this week.
Yeah, CBC they that win over St. Mary's looks pretty good now.
Yeah, doesn't it?
But yeah, they've they're big games this season. They
haven't been able to win. Yeah. Big rivalry game though. MICDS at John.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen with that. I still think MICDS wins that one.
I might be there for that game. No guarantees. One game that we will have a camera at is Marquette at University City. That is a 6:00 tip-off time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, U City. They've actually come on strong a little bit. They have won 6 in a row and are now 10-6 all of a sudden. They were 4-6 after their loss to Parkway North, but since then they have won 6 in a row. They had a really good win over Ladue. They beat them by 21.
Right.
So I was kind of impressed by that. And yeah, they play Marquette, who has been They're 9-5, and I'll say this: I say a lot of things on Instagram, Brody, as you know.
Oh, I know.
That I don't really say anywhere else. I said that this Marquette team is overrated. I said that when they were 6-4.
Okay.
Since then, they have won 3 of their last 4, and they even beat Eureka, which was a pretty good win. But then they did lose to Francis Howe last night, or 2 nights ago on Wednesday, 58-54. So they're still 9-5. They've been
You know what it was, John, that got a lot of people talking about Marquette is when they appeared in the Norm Stewart Classic because they were like the odd duck team that was like, well, how are they in this tournament? Wait, they got a lot of size. So now Marquette must be something.
Well, they were already kind of good. We
knew they were kind of good, but I think from other people that weren't talking about Marquette before, then they started talking about them more when they saw their appearance at the Norm Stewart Classic.
Even though they played a Jefferson City team who's really nothing to write home
No,
about.
exactly. But it's just they didn't expect them to see. I don't think they'd ever compete Stewart Classic before.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying.
Their best victory was against St. Dominic, and that was in the second game of the season right there. But
that also helped.
It right there too. And for me, I was like, hey, look, this is Marquette doing Marquette things right here. This is what they should be doing. But yeah, they've been so they're 6-1. They peaked at 6-1, now gone 3-4 since then.
Yeah.
So it's a big game for both teams right here for U City. I mean, all of a sudden, if they beat Marquette, they're 11-6, and they're already looking pretty good. And it's a big slate coming up for U City because they got Marquette, Webster Groves, and St. Dominic and McClure back to back.
Oh,
yep. They still they still have Eureka and Lift for play in Clayton too. All right, so that's a pretty big game right there. We do have a camera. We will have a camera there.
Great, though, that U City has.
I love it. It might be my favorite gym to go to.
That Normandy's Viking Hall, Roberts Gym are probably my 3 favorites.
Probably the 3 best in St. Louis, and then also Union.
Oh, I love Unions.
Yeah, it's probably the Mount Rushmore basketball gyms in St. Louis.
Do you like Highlands Gym?
Okay, that's probably okay. If we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore, I would actually probably kick out SLU and put in Island.
I didn't say SLU. I said Normandy, Webster Groves, U City, and
that's right. Sorry. Okay, if this is a segment for another day, best gyms.
Okay.
Yes, but admittedly, the Illinois gyms are probably going to overtake the St. Louis County gyms.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because you got Collins.
Wait until we talk about football fields.
Yeah, exactly. Because like in basketball, you got Collinsville, you got Highlands, and then when Centralia comes in, you have to add them too because they're going to be part of in the same conference as like Breese Central and Columbia.
Yeah.
So a lot of really good gyms over there, and in the 618, justifiably one of the best per capita like area code basketball gyms in the entire country right there.
Right.
Did not mean to go on a tangent about awesome basketball gyms, but there you go. MICDS at John Burroughs, great rivalry game, but I think MICDS wins.
MICDS wins that
if
one.
they want to, they win by 30.
If they want to.
Yeah. Like if they put it to their minds like we want to embarrass guys, I think they win by 30.
Oh, John Burroughs just sums up the current slate of high school basketball in the mind. I think maybe a lot of their students would have thought in April, man, we're going to run the table and win it. Then Pearson enrolls at Marquette early, and Tristan Reed goes to Link.
Yeah, and I really think, if they had those 2 guys, they would be a really outstanding team because I really thought they were just done for a while, but they actually have
They're 3-11 this year.
They have a lot of young talent this year, though, so I think next year they're going to be a lot better. So that's why I say that because I thought they were going to be
right. You got Cy Levy and Mekhi Watson who are freshmen, Shane Rhodes and Chase Williams who are only sophomores,
right.
So they have a lot of young talent, and they're tall.
They got size.
They have size.
Not just that. All right, let's see what Pattonville at Lindbergh. That's a big one. Pattonville, I believe, is 9-5, 10-4 actually. They just had a pretty convincing win over Seckman last night, actually, and then Lindbergh has had they've been really consistent this season. They are 13-4, and by the way, they just beat Hickman.
Oh yeah.
Further justifying that why Shamrock should probably beat Columbia Hickman tonight as well. And their only loss was a Eureka. Lindbergh lost to Eureka twice in 2 really close games. Then they Westminster and lost to Vianney, and they also beat Westminster too.
Ben Saliga, I think, is incredibly underrated.
He is. He's been really good. Alex Hessler is another guy. Fred Ahmad is a really good 3-point shooter for them.
He is.
Yep. So they always got size as well.
Oh, yeah. Remember Eric Lom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 6'11", I think.
Yeah, he was. They had Sean Akers Kennedy for a cup of coffee at Lindbergh, too.
They did, yeah. Yeah, Lindbergh is never short on height.
No, they are not.
Yes. No pun intended there. And let's see. I'm scrolling down the list right here. Admittedly, not a ton of big games. I mentioned Chaminade, Hickman. That's kind of it. I mean, we could go thicker into the weeds a little bit, but it would be kind of lesser known games like Priory at Lutheran North. Lutheran North probably wins that. Here's a rivalry that this was not on my radar a few years ago. I did not know this was a rivalry, but Rockwood Summit versus Parkway South. That's a rivalry.
Yeah.
They do not like each other.
Apparently not.
Yeah, well, the kids don't. And then once they graduate, they're like, well, that was fun. But yeah, in high school, no, it's they do not like
it's a rivalry between two districts, I guess. I mean, growing up and playing Parkway Rockwood basketball, a lot of them played against each other. Maybe that's where it comes from.
Those are two schools that are they border.
They border.
Yeah, their school districts border each other.
Yeah.
So so naturally there's going to be some rivalries there. One game, Webster Groves versus Willard and on top of that.
Of course. You got Scotty Eason. You don't come out of that game.
Team, but Southwest Missouri is a lot more renowned for football.
Right.
You don't hear a lot about them for basketball. Willard's had a good season there, but a different class.
What an odd game. I know they just beat Joplin and Pittsburgh, Kansas, so I guess they're going to be there today.
Again, Joplin's, they're okay, but again, different class for Webster.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Why would they go to Pittsburgh, Kansas? Like Joplin and Willard.
Yeah.
Justin
Webster's traveled a lot this season.
Well, you almost have to these days.
Not.
Well, if
they really
Webster,
wanted to, they could have a nice, compact, local schedule. But
to keep Scotty Atkinson and Webster, it's all I'm saying.
Well, they play these big games as they should.
Yeah, they got a big game at O'Fallon, Bank of O'Fallon shootout. They're going to play Decatur MacArthur.
Yeah, that'll be a really fun game.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Decatur MacArthur, by the way, they're ranked number 2. I think they're ranked number 3 behind Kankakee in Class 3 in Illinois, and then East St. Louis at number 1 at 19.
We have seen a lot of Class 3 Illinois teams play St. Louis area teams this year.
Centralia,
Kankakee,
Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, I know that they've at least played Triad.
Yeah. Kankakee and Decatur MacArthur I've seen.
Yeah, so I like how they're mixing, Illinois and just the rest of Illinois out of Illinois.
They're going to have the Sean versus Webster Groves this year at Viking Hall
in Normandy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
So whoever decided that was like, hey, let's just have these two of the best teams in St. Louis, and let's just play that game at arguably the best basketball gym in St. Louis.
Yes.
That's dope.
It's dope.
Love it. I love the thinking there.
It's great thinking.
Yeah. All right. We just got a few more minutes left here. So, yeah, those are pretty much all the best games. We could fly through let's fly through the state rankings. I don't think a lot of
why
people,
not?
Just to get people tapped in. So this is our state rankings.
All right.
GSV state rankings. Number 1, Class 6, Rockhurst. This is as of Monday, 14-0. This will change a little bit now. The Smet, they are now 15-2.
Yep.
They're lost to Vianney, but they were number 2 going into it. Chaminade number 3, Oak Park from Kansas City number 4, and then their district rival Staley is at number 5, right behind them. Kickapoo at number 6 out of Springfield, and then back into North Kansas City, you have North Kansas City High School, literally.
Yep.
So you got 3 North Kansas City school district teams there. Always pretty good representation from them in basketball. The number 8 Battle, they had a big victory over Rock Bridge, their rivals, who are also at number 9, the Bruins from Rock Bridge in Columbia, Missouri. And then number 10 to round it off is Rolla, led by Illinois commit Ethan Brown.
There you go.
Yeah. In Class 5, you got number 1 Webster Groves, pretty much undisputably. Number 2 Vianney, they're a close second right now. Number 3 MICDS, they're now 11-3. Number 4, Westminster. Webster Groves, Vianney, Westminster, top 4, but in the same district.
Wow. That's going to be tough.
One of those teams is going to lose in the district semifinals.
One of those teams is going to lose.
Number 5, after a bad showing at the St. Dominic Christmas tournaments, Sykeston, but they are back at number 5. They've stockpiled some wins since then, undefeated in January. Number 6, the Kearney Bulldogs, coming off of their state championship football mojo. They also got a decent basketball team at 10-3. Mm-hmm. Number 7, Fort Smalt South. But then a little shocking, McClure North at number 8. They had a great start to the season. I believe one of the 2 teams locally that have beaten Chaminade this season, but they've kind of been in a little tailspin ever in January. They're 12-5 now. Number 9, Hillcrest from Springfield at 10-5, and number 10, Grandview at 9-3. They lost 2 previous games, so that they've got pegged down a little bit. And then lastly, in Class 4, I only do Class 4 through 4, 5, 6. Logan Rogersville is at number 1 at 12-3, and might upset some people because I got Vashon at number 2. This is the first time I can remember in a long time that I have ranked Vashon not at number 1.
Right.
But Logan Rogersville, they have a fantastic basketball team.
They do.
Also, they're a Springfield area team as well. Springfield, Missouri is definitely a basketball town.
Yes, they are.
If you guys have not caught up in this trend, I have named a few of these, their local teams. Number 3, Benton at 15-1. Number 4, Blair Oaks at 11-1. Number 5, Clayton. Well, I think these rankings are going to change a little bit now. I had Clayton at number 5 and then St. Mary's at number 6, but we can kind of swap those right now.
Yep.
Since St. Mary's just beat Clayton head-to-head. And then number 7, Mexico. And number 8, Bolivar. Yes.
Yep.
Number 9, Harrisonville. Number 10, Nevada.
All righty then. And those are the state rankings, folks. And this at GSV_STL, all capitals on X. And, of course, on Instagram, it's at GSV_STL on Instagram. And it's at Gateway Sports Venue, fully spelled out on the YouTube channel. That's Brody Herman. That's at Brody_Herman on Instagram. And, of course, on X, that's at Brody Herman. The underscore is after my last name on X. Anything else you want to plug your socials, John?
Yep. On X, it's at John Huff __. If you want to go bother me on X, go there.
All righty then. This is the Gateway Sports Venue High School Sports Show right here on the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
I'm Big Toe Media